The most important thing with regard to a FRC robot, to paraphrase my friend Bill Beatty, he's a wise older gentleman. Drive base is the most important thing, followed by drive base and drive base. Everybody's robot has to move. That's your foundation of your robot, so your most important priority with regard to designing a robot is your drive base. Most important guidelines. There's always the argument about keeping it simple and keeping things very robust and reliable, but also having some sort of a design reach to make yourself innovative and to push the envelope. I think finding the line between keeping things simple and also having maybe one or two features on your robot that are a design reach is important. You got to get your simple things done, and that's the most important, but it's also fun to have some sort of a innovative design to show off and take a risk once in a while. A new team, to get them ready, two things they can do. They can read last year's rules. Usually with these games, the rules don't change too much with regard to what we're playing on, some of the obstacles out in the field, so they can read last year's rules and study up on what's legal and what's maybe not legal in the kit and the rules with regard to that game. Second thing would be to start watching video of how matches are played and also going out to events during the off season and see these events, maybe even participate in some of the events with someone else's robot to compete with the existing teams. Gosh, there's a lot of different places they can go to learn about robot design. The first place would be find a mentor in your area. Mentors, other teams will help rookie teams who are close to them in proximity. Go find another team, look at what they've done in the past, look at their drive bases, look at their arms, and find someone to mentor you as a rookie team. Second thing is get on the internet, start looking around at the first sites. ChiefDelphi.com has some great white papers. I own a small company called AndyMark.biz. We have some resources for those teams. First has some presentations and resources on their site, but most importantly, get a mentor team, get them to start showing them what has worked for them. The first thing any team should do with trying to figure out what to do for a new game would be brainstorm. Try to find a key feature of a robot that can win a game. Initially, for the first day, when you brainstorm, don't criticize any ideas. Some of the younger kids who might not have any experience might have some of the best ideas with regard to what to build this robot for. So brainstorm first, and don't criticize. I'm not going to tell a team how to do it, but I'll tell you how we do it as a team. I'm on Team 45. This is our 15th year in first. Our brainstorming process has gone through the entire team at once, which is kind of hard to do because it's hard for a shyer student or adult to bring out an idea in front of 50 people. So what we do is we split up amongst 4 smaller groups. So there's 4 groups of 10 to 12 people on a group, and each of these groups brainstorm, and after 3 days, each group presents their own concept to the entire team, and the entire team gets to pick which concept they like to build from. Once one concept is picked, then it's the entire team's concept, and they can steal ideas from the other groups to make it better. But these small groups are important for more ideas, more concepts, and it encourages people who aren't as loud to be heard. Keep it simple, like I said in an earlier statement. Don't try to do everything that the game requires. Pick 1 or 2 tasks and do those 2 or 1 well. Like for instance, in this year's game, with aim high. I know a lot of teams with low resources didn't try to shoot balls. They didn't try to shoot balls into the middle goal. They just tried to score balls in the low goal. And right now there's a lot of good robots who can score balls into the low goal. One piece of advice to a rookie team, and this really isn't, with regard to design, and robot design and capability on the field, my one piece of advice is break it early. It might seem kind of silly, but the earlier you build something and find its flaws, the better. Because if you break something during your second week of the build season or your third week of the build season, you can fix it and you can find those flaws really quickly. Whereas if you're breaking it here at the championships, you're in trouble and you're behind, and your opponents already have a proven design that works and they're not breaking anything anymore. So get something made early, break it early, fix it early, and improve.